You can grow a artichoke plant if you use extremely large containers. This one is a 22-inch container. Ideally, 24-inch container is perfect. The reason for that is that you need a large root area in order for the roots to grow and establish. An artichoke plant, whether it's planted in the ground or in a container, can grow really big. It will be anywhere from 5 feet round. You can imagine, so it'll kind of be about this big to about 4 feet high. And each plant can grow between 30 to 50 individual artichokes throughout the year. And so what you need is to plant it in the spring. If some of you live in cold climate areas and you're just starting to wake up from the snow and being indoors, right now, as soon as the ground is not frozen, even if you're going to put it in a container, that pretty much tells you that the ambient temperatures are good enough to start growing. Artichokes, whether they're in the ground or in a container, they need very rich, fertile soil. A lot of the plants that have been cultivated for us to buy and to grow, they do require very rich soil that has nutrients. And so this one is good. Another thing you want to look for a soil for your artichoke, it's got to be really well draining. And what that means is that it has a very nice texture so that when you water it, the water just goes through. An artichoke needs to have moist soil, but it can't have it ponding, up against the roots. That is going to kill it. So this has pumice in it. So let me get started. Got a little plant. I bet you this one, when you buy it about this size at the garden center, it's probably now about 2 months since it was either grown from seed or since it was cultivated as a division. So it's got very tender roots. You see how it's just filling in the root area here? So I don't want to open it up. That's for a more mature plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in here, and I want to plant it so that this is going to sit at the same height that it was in its container. So just like this, I'm going to pot this up, and then you water it. You want to make sure it never dries out, but that doesn't mean you're going to waterlog it, all right, guys? It just means that, especially if you plant in the spring and then you start growing it through the summer, when it's in a pot, pots tend to dry out a lot faster than the soil in the ground. So you want to stick your finger in here and make sure that you check it every day, especially when it's really, really hot, and keep it moist, give it a little water. A lot of times, garden centers and the growers, they already fortify the soil. So it comes already with a little bit of starter fertilizer, but about a month later, as this starts growing, I recommend tomato vegetable food that has the perfect amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, everything for this to grow. When are you going to harvest your fruit? Well, if you plant it in the spring and you take it through the summer, taking good care of it, making sure it never, is subjected to super, super hot conditions, it will start to give you your first harvest 6 months later or in the early fall, which is really cool because it will give you another yield in the spring. If you're in a cold climate and you plant this out in the spring, in the fall, what you want to do though, at that point, it's going to be about this tall, big. You're going to want to cut it down to maybe about 5-6 inches. Throw some mulch in it, give it a little blanket, especially if it is a snowy area and it gets really cold, and then put it in your garage. Let it overwinter there with a blankie and nice and warm. And then in the spring, as soon as the sun comes out and the birds are singing and you're ready to garden, then drag it out, put it in a nice sunny spot, start the watering regimen, and start fertilizing it. And guess what? You're going to have some delicious artichokes. You're going to be making yourself some salad. You're going to be grilling. You're going to be in heaven. So guys, what's stopping you? Go out, get yourself a big pot, 22, 24 inches, good draining soil, a little vegetable fertilizer, and get growing. Come visit me on my Facebook page, The Foodie Gardener. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.